Hey, welcome everyone. In this video, I'll explain what is PlayStation Plus. So first and foremost, the thing people get most confused about is that this is not, I repeat, this is not a game streaming service. There's a completely separate service for game streaming called PlayStation Now. I have reviewed that. A link to that review is in the video description. In that video, I go over latency, performance of graphics, online multiplayer, selection of games, and all that good stuff, so be sure to check that out. PlayStation Plus is a completely separate service. There's no game streaming involved, but it is a subscription service. So that bill could reoccur every month, 3 months, or every year, whatever you choose to do. It's completely up to you. Obviously, it works out the cheapest to get it on a yearly plan compared to the other plans. And the pricing you're seeing here is in Canadian dollars. So for those of you in the US, it's going to be even cheaper than what you're seeing on the screen. Although, pro tip, I do recommend you look around for sales, especially on third-party resellers of gift cards online and physical gift cards in store. I was able to get a whole year's worth of subscription for $38. I just purchased 2 cards at the same time, and I got 2 years worth right for $70 Canadian, so it worked out to be super cheap. So look around for sales, especially during winter holiday season. So now that we've established the cost and how cheap it is, let's go over some of the features included with the service. And the first is you get 100 gigabytes of cloud storage space for saving your game progress and achievements. Now, what that means is if you do not have a PlayStation Plus account, your games will save locally to the console. But there's a bit of a limitation there. If you're going from one console, for example, or to another, or maybe your console is corrupted and you need to wipe the data, well, you can save it to an external drive, but for a lot of games, you can't save your trophies and achievements. You can do that with the PlayStation Plus service. In fact, you can have it so that it'll automatically save to the cloud through your console settings if you have the subscription service. So definitely one that's pretty important for a lot of gamers. Online multiplayer is another major reason you might want to invest into this service. Most games, you cannot play online multiplayer without a PlayStation Plus account. That includes like a lot of the EA Sports series, NBA 2 series, Call of Duty series. You're talking about a lot of the vast majority of popular titles. However, there are some exceptions to this case, not many, just a few. Fortnite and Apex Legends, for example, you can play online multiplayer without a PlayStation Plus account. One service that many people are not aware about is SharePlay. SharePlay basically allows you to play co-op gaming or multiplayer battle games, whatever you want to do, with a friend located somewhere else. In fact, there's also a cool feature where if your friend does not have a copy of the game, you can give them control of your console and your controller, and they will start controlling the game for you. So it's almost like having your friend next to you on the couch, and you can kind of do some gaming together, but online, of course. You do get access to free games. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this with this service. One is called the PlayStation Plus Collection, which is a pretty static list of games. This list of games doesn't change very often. It's usually the same thing. You'll have some popular titles like, say, The Last of Us has been there for many, many months, hasn't been taken down yet because Sony wants to leave this for a good chunk of time to entice people to subscribe to the service. Then there's another set of games that does rotate on a monthly basis. 2 or 3 games will be given for free per month, give or take, 2 or 3. And this list of games, sometimes, well, they'll be pretty terrible games you'll never hear about. Sometimes you could have some decent games depending on what's available at the time. Now, there's a condition on these free games is that you must have the subscription. So basically, if you redeem a free game, download it, start playing it, and your PlayStation Plus account expires, and you try to open up the game, it will not work. So yes, they are free, kind of, but they're not because you have to have the subscription enabled. You know what I mean. And then you can play them as much as you want. They'll stay in your library of games. And yet there's one more benefit to getting games, and that is discount on titles. So what I've seen is that you don't really get a discount on brand new release titles, of course, it's kind of expected. But of course, that can only be done through the online gaming catalog. You can't just walk into a store and say, I'm a PlayStation Plus member, and they'll give you a discount. There's some other cool features if game developers are open to, enable this for PlayStation Plus members. That includes items such as game demos. You can demo a game before actually purchasing it if you want to. You can have access to beta trials, so before it's released to anyone else, you can access it early. And that also includes options to exclusive pre-orders. I do find that last one a little kind of weird because if you're going to pre-order something online, shouldn't it be available on day 1 for everybody else anyway? There's no waiting list. It's a digital copy. I don't know, it doesn't make sense, but hey, that's what Sony mentions as one of the features. The next thing is called Game Help, which is basically something Sony advertised with the PS5, except it didn't release with the console. It took a few months after. It's available now though for a select certain amount of games. The list of games is still slowly growing. What that basically does is when you're stuck on a level on a game, maybe on a puzzle or a boss fight, whatever, and you press the PlayStation button, you'll get these cards that come up and appear and gives you tips on tricks and how to beat that boss or puzzle and progress with whatever your game adventure is. The last two items are no big deal, but I do want to mention it because they are part of the subscription service, and this one is exclusive to people living in the US, is that a lot of the hardware you purchase on the Sony store and the PlayStation store, such as a console, a gaming headset, whatever it is, you will qualify for free shipping. Not exciting. There's a lot more other services that will do that, but just wanted to mention it out there. And the last thing is that in certain games, you will get exclusive content and perks. Examples like such as Fortnite, you will get exclusive skins. And that's pretty much it for me, a full rundown of the entire PlayStation Plus service. I do hope it helps you understand if you want to invest into the service or not. If you want to see the written version of this video, a link to my website will be in the video description, as well as my social links you can check out if you want to. And that's pretty much it. So hit the like button, it does help, subscribe, and thanks for watching.